was pretty good.
I mean, I'm just doing
I've never.
Crystal Nuzlock because I mean, I've been. Oh,
Yeah, it's fine.
I forgot. I was grinding. Oh well, whatever. I can grind on stream. It's fine. That's the upside of grinding and streaming. I can stream the grind because everybody wants to watch that. Hamilton, meet my giant rock of doom. Bip.
You mean Rock Tomb?
No, I mean Balboa, my golem.
Oh.
My giant rock of doom.
I didn't realize when you open a Reddit post that has no comments, it says "Wow, such empty," with a picture of a Doge on it.
Yeah, you know how I know that?
How?
Because I posted a Reddit thread, and in the, I think, 4 years, the several years since I put it up, it has yet to accrue a single comment.
Fortunate.
Whatever, it happens. Magna Mite.
Let me mute these. Wait. Can I not mute stream?
I don't know, can you not mute stream? Apparently not.
Hold on. I will. Apparently you can't on the phone app, which is really weird.
Oh, it's because it uses your phone's media volume setting.
I thought there'd at least be a mute button, though.
Nope.
Because a lot of stuff can at least do that, but...
Nah, too complicated to switch.
So I guess I'll have to go to my computer later.
I mean, peak day's done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, if the only thing on your phone, media-wise, that you're listening to is the thing, you could just turn your volume off.
Well, then I can't hear you.
But we're in a call.
Yeah, on my phone.
2 different settings.
Oh, you're using Discord on your phone as well.
Yes.
Ah, see, that makes much more sense now. Yes.
I was saying that for some odd reason there's no mute option. There's a mute option in regular YouTube, but if I try to open the Twitch stream, it's like, nope, there's no mute button. Like, really?
Even through the Twitch app?
I'm using the Twitch app.
Oh, then what about the Twitch website on...
I haven't checked.
Peak day's done in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'll just go to my computer, but I usually like to wait for it to at least cool down a bit if possible.
I can understand that. So my goal is to get everybody to level 45 before I go take on the next gym leader and or challenges around said gym leader. Ooh, a purple Magnemite.
Are you left?
I can't talk on my phone.
Fair.
You're right there.
Bep.
Hello.
So, I have Jet scheduled for a vet appointment a week from tomorrow.
Oh.
Yep. So first of all, to get his to get his, like regular vet shit done. But the other reason is because I found out yesterday that Jet has worms. I agree. Ew, indeed.
It's such a young age too. I'm just like, what the hell? How does that have it happen?
Young age? He hasn't even hit an age.
Yeah. I didn't quite catch that yesterday. I thought you were talking about your dog. I didn't realize you meant.
No.
I forgot. I was confusing names. Yeah. Now I was like, oh shit.
No, Sparky is the old, blind, deaf, incontinent dog. Jet
Yeah.
is my fuzzy little troublemaker who's currently taking a nap on my bed.
I mean, I hope it's nothing too serious. Jeez.
I hope so as well, because he's gonna have to go a whole week before we can actually deal with it.
Man.
Yeah, mildly inconvenient.
Yeah.
Or are you working today?
I finished work, yeah.
Nice. Me too.
We're just downstairs.
Is it another one of those can't have your electronics on thing?
We can, but it's risky with how much electricity they probably use. I use a lot of electricity in my room, so we'd probably go over.
So,
I had all that wrong. She's excited.
Oh, because it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Help. You know it doesn't work unless you pull on the door, right?
Shut it. I know you don't want to work for it.
So I've got a card coming in the mail sometime next week. I have a lot of cards coming in the mail, but one of them in particular is kind of busted.
Oh.
Oh, yes. It's called... Oh, this Magnemite happens to have freaking Levitate. Of course. It's called Phyrexian Altar.
Ooh. I was trying to think of what card game you're referring to, but now I know. Pretty obvious when you hear Phyrexian.
Yep. You want to know what it does?
What does it do?
It's a 2 or 3 mana artifact. Sacrifice a creature, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool.
What?
Oh, yeah.
This totally can't be abused.
No, definitely not. Especially with a card called Gravecrawler. Do you know what Gravecrawler is?
Something to do with bringing stuff back from the graveyard, I imagine.
It itself does. It's a 1 mana, 2/1. I think it enters the battlefield tapped, but the fact that the fact whether it enters tapped or not is irrelevant. The relevant part is that you can cast it from your graveyard if you control another zombie.
Okay.
Enter stage left, Champion of the Perished. 1 black for a 1/1 zombie Whenever another non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on him.
Alright.
But, if you thought that was all, you'd be wrong. You see, funny thing that, do you know what sacrificing a creature does? It causes that creature to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which means that anything that triggers on a creature dying also triggers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they're sacking it, so that would trigger that. I couldn't
But-
remember what was the other abilities that would trigger off of a creature dying. I couldn't remember.
Oh, there's a lot of other... The game's full of creature dying triggers.
Yeah.
But...
Did you mention one?
Huh?
I don't remember you mentioning one. Did you mention one?
Oh, I haven't
Like,
mentioned
how
one
does it
yet,
together?
but if I were to go with,
Okay.
say, a zombie one, there's a lord. I forget its name, but it's a black and blue and a colorless for a 2/2. Zombies get +1/+1. Whenever it or another zombie you control dies, each opponent loses a life.
Ah.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, by the way, it's a zombie. So there's that.
Yeah.
But I thought putting
The
something
main thing
like
about the
that...
new card.
Huh?
The new card, though, can you reread what the new card does? Because I don't think I caught quite exactly the wording.
What new card?
The new card you mentioned.
Phyrexian Altar?
Yeah.
Phyrexian Altar's super easy. It's sack a creature, get a mana.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to think.
those kinds
that's
of...
what's even tokens? Like, it doesn't even say non-token creature.
Yeah, no. Sacrifice a creature, add 1 mana.
Like,
Then there's an enchantment called Necroduality, which says that whenever you cast whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield under your control, create a token copy of it. Oh, hey,
Oh, boy.
look at that. I cast Gravecrawler from my grave.
yeah.
It enters the battlefield. I get a second Gravecrawler, which
And
I can
this
sack
isn't
to the
even a
Phyrexian
tap. This Fraction Altar also doesn't require to be tapped to do this, I take it, right?
No. No, it does not.
It just says sack a creature, so you can do this as many times as you want.
Yup.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not once per turn either. But
yeah.
sacking creatures and making my opponents lose life every time it happens is kind of boring, and it's an overplayed infinite combo.
Yeah,
So I decided
I
to go
agree.
with other infinite combos that aren't busted. Well, I mean, they are busted, but they're not like instant win lol JK kind of busted.
Yeah, I get it.
It'll still take effort for me to win, but I basically go infinite. Anyway, so another thing, remember how I said it's a black to cast it?
Yeah.
Rooftop Storm. My
Alright.
zombies are free.
Oh.
Which means
Alright.
that I can cast it from my graveyard for free, meaning the black that I would normally spend to recast it? Nah,
Yeah.
don't have to.
Which means you can basically sack it, then pull the creature back and sack it, and pull.
And yep,
At
which
no
means
cost.
that I accumulate mana that way.
You accumulate infinite mana essentially of any color of your choice as well, which is
Uh-huh.
infinitely more broken. That it's not just one color specifically.
But
it's just like any
If you
color.
thought that was broken, you know what casting a creature from my graveyard does? Enter the battlefield triggers,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
also leaves the graveyard triggers, because those are a thing.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
And these are all current cards.
Well, I mean, all cards are current cards. It just depends on the format.
Well, I meant, are they standard?
No, they are not standard legal.
Okay. So this combo would not be possible with.
It is not possible in standard to do this. No.
Alright. But I'm sure they'll find some
something they can do with it. Ugh.
Well, it's legal in vintage. It's legal in legacy. It's legal in modern, I think.
But you know as
It
well
might
as
not be
I is
legal in
that
modern.
a lot of people that play these days play standard, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Because like I just like building a deck and having fun with it. I don't want to be buying, a new box set every release. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, no, I understand that. Speaking of, the new Baldur's Gate set released, and there are some hilarious cards in it.
oh, they did another Baldur's Gate thing.
Well, not another one. This is it.
Well, I thought they had one like when I used to play back in like the early 2010s. I thought they did anyway.
No. Maybe a critical, please?
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of. I must be confusing with Ravnica or something.
More
Oh,
than
well.
likely, because this is the first Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm Battle for Baldur's Gate that they've done.
Yeah, I am confusing it because I just realized Baldur's Gate is the name of a different franchise.
Yep. This is
Never
their
mind.
second D&D set, and the thing that makes me sad about the Baldur's Gate set is it's exclusively Commander.
Yeah.
Well, I say exclusively, like it's a legit set, but a lot of the cards are geared exclusively to Commander. Which makes me super sad because, like, there's a lot of really good cards, but they're just not playable because they're Commander only. As an example, they created an entire... Oh my god, go! They've created an entirely new card type called Background. And all backgrounds have one thing in common. Commander creatures you own.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
They are all
That's
enchantments, by the way, so you could in fact have them with Zur if you wanted to, because Zur
boy.
is no longer banned as a commander. Hooray!
This sounds even more broken.
They kind of are, but they're kind of not at the same time. So their deal, Balboa, come on, man. Their deal is they have really good abilities, but they only give the abilities to the commander. So they only have an effect as long as they are on the field, and so is your commander.
Yeah.
One of them is called Raised by Giants. It's 1 green and 5 or 6 colorless for enchantment. Background. Legendary enchantment background. That's another thing. They're all legendary. I mean, it's fine. But what it
Yeah,
does,
it's understandable.
Raised by Giants, your commander you own that's in play is a giant in addition to its other type and has base power 10/10.
Oh.
Yeah. They have a lot of blue, a lot of black, and a few white ones as well. So
Well,
they
he's
basically
blue, black, and white, so.
Yep. I mean, they have red and green as well. In fact, Raised by Giants is green, but I digress. The cards are really strong and really good, but they're commander only, and I'm not a fan of the commander format.
Yeah, I hear you. You'd rather. It does limit their value, possibly to a degree.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of value, the set has what is essentially a dichotomy between the good shit and the bad shit, with very little in between. Because the cards either cost lots of money or almost nothing at all. Like, the majority of the set is worth maybe $1. But then you've got cards like the Ancient Copper Dragon, which is, if you get the full art foil version of it, I want to say is like $100 to $200.
Gotcha.
And the annoying thing about it is like I want the Copper Dragon, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
And if I wanted, okay, so this is another thing for the set. If I wanted to obtain the full art foil Copper Dragon, you'd think, okay, just buy booster packs, right? Here's the thing. The full art foil Ancient Copper Dragon is exclusive to the collector's boosters,
Yeah.
which, if you didn't know, are $20 a pop for a single booster.
Oof.
And because the majority of the set is nothing but fluff and filler when it comes to pricing, purchasing that $20 booster is almost worse than purchasing a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Because at least a lottery ticket's like $5. But yeah, the set is, and the new set actually has a lot of really cool stuff. Like there's this new dragon in the new set that I really like. It's red, green, blue, and 3 colorless for a 6/6 flyer with ward. I want to say 2, 4, or 6. I forget exactly what. Do you know what ward is?
It's been a while. I've heard it, but it's just been a while. I don't remember.
So, Ward is a relatively new mechanic. Counter a spell that targets the the monster creature with Ward, unless its controller pays a price. In this case, it's pay mana, or
Gotcha.
anything you target with it will be counterspelled automatically, which is
Gotcha.
neat, but that's not why you run the card. You run the card because of its second ability. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, if it wasn't a token, create a token copy of that dragon. But if the creature you copy was originally legendary, the token is not legendary.
Oh.
Which has some incredibly stupid ramifications.
Yeah.
As an example, in a game that I played again between my current Baldur's Gate Dragon deck and my elves that I have, I ended up getting him onto the battlefield, and then I cast another legendary dragon from the set. I want to say his name is Ganax. He is a 5 mana 3/4 flyer. Whenever he or another dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a treasure token. So when he entered, I created a treasure token.
Alright.
But then a duplicate of him entered, which also created a treasure token when it entered. But then because I already had a Ganax on the field, it created the original Ganax created a second treasure token. So for casting him, I got over half of his mana cost back just from treasure tokens alone.
Alrighty.
But if you thought that's where it ended, you'd be wrong, because I cast another dragon and suddenly there were 2 of them on the battlefield. So I was creating 2 treasure tokens per dragon I cast.
Alright then.
Yeah, no, the new dragon is really good. It's a shame he's not worth very much, though.
Yeah.
But there are 2 cards you might be interested in for your Zur deck. And those cards are Elminster, and Tasha, the Queen of the Witches. Elminster is white-blue, and Tasha is blue-black.
Let me see here. Elminster. Oh, I got it.
Looking him up.
Oh, I was looking it up, yeah.
He's just a good card. It's not like he synergizes particularly well with Xur.
Oh, that's interesting. He just has a straight up dynamic ability. Always effective.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah. Both of them do. Both of them do. Tasha's, I think, is a little more interesting, but Elminster is still good.
Let me look at Tasha.
I love Tasha. I actually have two of her.
Tasha the what now?
Tasha the Witch Queen.
Alright. Huh.
Yeah.
I'll probably go upstairs soon, Laura.
And because of the way her +1 is
I know you're
worded,
trying to rewatch. I'm sorry.
because of the
I
way
know you're really
Tasha's...
trying to watch.
No, it's fine. I was just saying it wasn't that horrible upstairs.
Alright. Sorry.
Because
Sorry.
of the way Tasha's first ability is worded, even if you remove her, if you replay her, she can still use her -3 on the cards that were already removed. Oh, also, she and Elminster both have the ability to be your commander.
Yeah. For each opponent, exile up to 1 turn. Huh. Exiled with a counter? That's weird.
Yeah, it's exiled with a page counter on it, and then her minus ability lets you cast
Oh, I
any
see it,
spell
yeah.
exiled with a page counter on it, which is really good. By the way, exiling with counters isn't new. See the, what's it called? Suspend mechanic, which is one of my favorite mechanics. Speaking of, there's a green-blue dude from the Baldur's Gate set who basically says tap, suspend a card in your hand for a number of turns equal to its mana cost, and then remove a time counter from all other cards in suspend that you have. So every time you activate him, every card you've exiled before the current one gives you another, or gives you one less turn you have to leave it in exile. It's really dumb. And I love it. I want to build a deck around him.
There's a chupacabra.
El Chupacabra.
Oh no.
El Choopy Doopy Ding Dong.
Sweet dreams are made of peas.
I prefer the original version. Sweet dreams are made of cheese.
Peas.
No, cheese. Cheese is infinitely better than peas.
Sweet dreams are made of dicks. Sorry.
Well, now we know where Laura's mind is.
At least Mom's not watching Sweet Home Alabama again. For God knows how many times she's watched it.
Well, you can't really watch Sweet Home Alabama too many times. That's just not physically possible.
So many times. Why too many times? I mean, she's watching Dante's Peak right now, but I've seen this movie a lot too, to be honest.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home. Wow, this so look at that quality CGI.
It is the best of CGI. I know to everybody who's watching this stream, this is probably the most riveting gameplay you've ever seen, but this is essentially,
Great.
yeah, this is essentially what you gotta do for a Nuzlock. Train where it's safe.
It's great nonsensical stuff.
Yes. Oh yeah, Nathan, look up the card doubling season for me real quick. Are you familiar with that card?
Doubling season?
Yes. Are you familiar with doubling season?
Nope.
Okay. I want you to look that card up so you become familiar with it. And then shenanigans are
Give me
about
a
to
moment.
occur. My fluffy buddy. Yeah. Who's my little buddy? My handsome man. Fluffy buddy.
That there, y'all, is Volcano. Keep her uploaded.
Woo! Ooh. Okay, so you're 60, 100, but you're 100, 100. So do I get rid of... Ooh. But rapid spin increases my speed, but that's stab. So rapid spin goes away and gets replaced with earthquake. Oh, so good. So good. Bitty boop. Let me know when you've looked up and or read doubling season.
Yeah, look it up. Sorry, I was checking something.
No worries.
Expensive card.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
it
that's
is.
not. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, doubling season is like $80 or $90. It's
Yep.
not a cheap card.
If I can create one more. Oh.
All right, so you read that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now I want you to look up a card from the last Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set called Ochre Jelly. O-C-H-R-E Jelly.
Right.
2 words.
Green. And
A green and
any
X.
number of color. Any number. Yeah. Ochre Jelly enters the trample. Ochre Jelly enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it.
Uh-huh.
Split. When Ochre Jelly dies, if it had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. The token enters the battlefield with half that many +1/+1 counters on it. Rounded down. Oh god.
Alright, so now I'd like you to go back and read Doubling Season real quick.
No, I already get it.
So let's say that you only put 2 into X, right? So it entered with Doubling Season on the field. So now my Ochre Jelly enters the battlefield.
counters.
Yep, it enters with 2. No, it would enter with 4
Oh, sorry.
+1/+1.
And with 1. Oh yeah, 4. Sorry.
Because if I put 2 into X, it enters with 4 because it enters with double thanks to doubling season. Now let's say you somehow
Yeah.
kill it. Well, if you kill it,
So when it
suddenly,
dies,
instead of it creating 1 token with half of the power, now it creates 2 tokens with half of the power. Or half of the number of
Yeah.
+1/+1 counters. But because of
it's
doubling
actually the same
season,
number.
yep.
So it literally just doubles every time you kill it.
And here's the best part. Oh, you killed it again? Cool. End step. Here's 2 more. But wait, there's more. Phyrexian Altar.
Oh god. Oh god. I just made an army.
Yep. You can only do it equal to the number of them you have. But with that, like, there you go. It's not a single turn infinite combo, but it is
No, it's
infinitely
not.
exploitable.
But it technically is infinite just over time.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets bigger and bigger each turn.
Every time. Well, it
Unless
doesn't
they
get
kill
bigger and
them,
bigger every
obviously.
turn, but, and here's the fun part. Now let's say I play another doubling season.
Yeah.
So now, if you kill it, I don't get 2, I get 4 of them. And they don't enter with half, they enter with double.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it gets real dumb real fast, and I love it.
That is really dumb.
And the more doubling seasons you play, the dumber it gets. The only way to make sure they die and stay dead is to kill them with -1/-1 counters, or make sure they are exiled instead of go to grave. As an example, there's a spell from I'm really dumb. Why did I do that? Okay, hold on.
Pokemon didn't die, did it?
It's because I wasn't paying attention, so I used Earthquake on a Pokemon that was flying type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's not very effective, but that did almost kill it in one shot. I probably should have just used Strength or whatever, but now I'm in it.
Yeah, there's one downside to the way that. Well, it's a downside for some would find a downside. For others, I like it. It makes it easier, which I don't care. So I don't know if I remember mentioning to you. I did mention some of the changes this hack does, but one of them, now that I got the item, I understand how it literally does work, because it was saying it changed EXP share. It just mentioned EXP share. And I was like, okay, well, I know that I couldn't remember what the differences was between Gen 3 and like later generations, and I was like, oh, I remember now. It was just a hold item. You could only do it on one Pokemon.
At a time, yes.
Yeah. So they updated it, and I was like, so what did they do? And
they updated it to the second newest version, because after from Generation 8 and onward, you couldn't turn it off. It's always on. But in Generation, I want to say 6 and 7, you have the ability to turn it off and on, which is...
Yeah, this lets you turn it off and on at will. Straight up.
Stuff.
Yeah, it becomes a key item. You just turn it on and off.
Yep.
It's awesome. I was like, oh. So yeah, it just gives all my freaking Pokemon like a small portion of the EXP.
If it's the newest
it's really
version
it's not a bad amount.
I was gonna say, if it's the newest version of the item, it doesn't even divide the experience.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem to anyway. It gives them like a third or something. Each person like a third of it or something like that.
And it does divide it.
No. What I mean is it doesn't divide it across the entire party. But what it does is like everybody seems to get just a slightly lesser amount compared to the people that actually fought in battle with it. Because, like, for example, I'll have a party of, like, obviously 6 Pokemon, because that's standard. So the person that, any of them that fought will get the full experience. They'll get, like, let's say, 1,000 for, like, experience for, like, the 2 Pokemon that fought. Or just, let's say an example of one fight, like a 1v1 fight. So the main person will get 1,000, and the rest get, like, 500 each. I think it's actually more like half. Like every single other Pokemon gets like half of the full amount or something like that. But
I see.
I don't know if that follows suit with one of the generations or not. But yeah, I think it's something close to like half. A little less than half, I think. But oh, I remember this movie. Is this Yeah, Dante's Peak.
She said that like 20 minutes
Yeah.
ago.
Was this the only like Doomsday movie that Pierce Brosnan was in? I think so.
There was that other movie like LA that was a volcano or some shit.
Is there seriously ads in the middle of a movie?
Yeah.
What service is this? Are you kidding me?
What service
It
is
plays an ad in the middle of a movie.
What movie?
Oh my
Or,
gosh.
what service? Is it YouTube, Hulu, Crunchyroll? Hello?
Sorry, what?
What service is it?
Hulu.
Ah, that's why. Yeah. They
Yeah.
do ads. You gotta get Hulu Premium if you want less ads.
Yeah, less. I've heard it doesn't get rid of all of them.
No, it doesn't.
We pay for the live TV service, that's what I heard.
That's one thing I do like about YouTube is YouTube Premium. It removes all ads from everything.
Yeah.
Well, Mama's starting TV shows and they don't offer it. Big channel.
Alright. Well, let me head upstairs.
Sure.
Gonna hop on your pooter.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. Holy hell, it's
Hello
still
there.
hot up here.
I can join now.
Yay.
Yes, you can. But I will. I'll be there in a moment.
Oh.
So Greg said, come back to get your ass to work.
Yeah, he really wants you back.
I'm sorry.
Frankly, all of us want you back, but we also want you to recover.
Or like I don't worsen my injuries.
Yes. Boodly-doo.
I'm trying some new stretch exercises. We'll see if they help.
I hope so.
Yeah. 'Cause I need money.
We've got to have.
If I come back to work, Greg probably shouldn't schedule me too many days just to make sure my wrists are okay.
Yeah. We were actually making the schedule today, and we both saw your time slot blank, and we're like, we need Laura back. He said he was going to talk to you at some point today. Has he?
No,
Okay.
he forgot, I guess.
He's kind of busy because we've got auditors coming next week, and he's going to be out of town.
Ah, shit. Great timing.
Starting tomorrow through Monday. So
The auditors.
No, he will be out of town between tomorrow and Monday. So he'll
Oh.
be back in time for the auditors. But, I mean,
Needs everyone to do their shit.
there's just a lot of people to keep track of now and a lot of shit to get done. We've got Greg stole one of the runners. His name is Aiden. He's one of the people who was doing pizza. Although Greg's moved him over to grill now because we have a new girl. Her name is Megan, and she's pretty good. She's not as good as you are, but she's also new, so.
Man, I'm gonna be replaced.
No, they literally can't afford to replace you. But then we've got another new guy who, between him and Megan, his name is Brandon, those two together are almost as good as you were by yourself. So there's that. And then...
Well, not quite there yet, then.
Yeah, no. Miss Camilla is learning Expo. And
Oh, she's been
also,
learning Expo.
Yeah, and she's an all-star on Fry. And then we have Charles, who's been learning Burger. So there's that.
Oh, they've been learning
there.
those positions.
Yep. And then we have a new girl. Her name is Misty. She's been learning from Louie. And Louie was fired and then rehired. So there's that.
How did that happen?
Because he kept calling out a lot.
Amidst the already low staff,
Yeah.
I imagine.
And then on top of that, T was almost fired because he kept getting the wanderlust while he was on the clock, so he'd disappear forever. He's gotten a little better about it, but we still have to keep an eye on him. I think I may have told you Akil got fired.
No, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, everybody saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, everyone was getting fed up.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder how Louis got rehired is the thing.
Because we are so short-staffed, and he's one of the few people who knows what to do. Because if he doesn't call out, he's really good at what he does on that one station.
The one station.
Yep, the one station. Which he's teaching the new girl Misty. Not to be confused with the Kanto gym leader. Because I know someone's gonna make that joke. You know what? If you're watching the VOD of this, go ahead and make that joke anyway. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. But,
You know!
you cut out really badly for that.
Oh well. My voice was too high pitched for my mic.
Apparently. There's this one lady who called the other day and yelled at Miss Nikki. By the way, did I tell you that Miss Nikki and Riddick got assaulted at work last week?
What?
Yeah, Miss Nikki and Riddick got assaulted at work last week. Some customer got upset because we told him he couldn't have his Gatorade because no outside food or drinks. What theater allows outside food or drinks? That's what I want to know. Like, what
None.
made him think that was okay? Anyway,
Especially
so
if you made it obvious.
yeah, so they told him, hey, you can't have that. He got belligerent. They called a manager, Miss Nikki, the manager, came and told him, hey, you can't have that. He got upset. He shoved her. Riddick got between them, and the dude clocked Riddick in the jaw.
Oof.
Oh god. What happened after that?
The dumbass decided to stick around and then got arrested. Meanwhile, the person he came to the movies with was like, man, I just wanted to watch Top Gun. Why you gotta ruin my day like this?
Aw.
And Miss Nikki had said, hey, we don't need this food, but by the time she had brought me the ticket, the food was done. So, you know, that was the thing.
You know,
So
it's that
I
special
ate
kind
their
of dumb.
pizza.
Nice. It's that special kind of dumb when you literally break the law and then you don't stop and think, maybe I should leave.
Oh, he also broke one of the feet lights out in the hallway outside.
Oh,
of
so
the theater.
breaking private property, awesome.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it was an easy
Damaging
fix.
a private property.
It was an easy fix, and one of the other managers did it, but I kept telling the other employees, hey, don't touch this. One, it's a safety hazard, and two, you could be held liable. Don't touch it. And everybody's like, but it's broken. I'm like, I know it's broken. Don't touch it.
They have to check it for, like...
Yeah, the managers are able to because they're covered under the insurance, but we are not. Anyway, so that was fun. But back to Miss Nikki, because of course everything happens to Miss Nikki. Some weird lady called her, or she called some weird lady, because they had... Miss Nikki had talked to Rich about hiring this person, and Rich is like, oh, hell no, absolutely not. And so Miss Nikki, you know, wanting to be nice and not make them waste a trip coming all the way over to the studio just so she could be told we're not going to hire you, called the lady and said, hey, we're not going to hire you. And the lady went on a tirade yelling at her, calling her stupid and all this other stuff, and then eventually was like, you just don't want to hire me because you fired my daughter. And it's like, lady, we don't even know who your daughter is. Do you know how many kids come through this place? So that was fun. And it's like, so many kids get fired. I don't recognize almost any of the stupid people. Like, they're still out.
I don't recognize any of them. I'm like, oh, random people, hello, goodbye.
Alan's there. Do you remember Cody? The really fat server?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Well, they don't seem to suck as bad as the other people.
That's because they don't suck as bad as the other people.
No, you can just tell if they suck.
Yeah. Jack came back.
I don't know
that
who
was
Jack
nice. He's one of the runners that used to run around with Andrew all the time. Do you remember the server Andrew, or the runner Andrew?
Oh, is it the guy who came in with that like weird mask?
Maybe?
The blonde curly hair or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, he came back?
Yep,
Weird.
he's back. He was in school, so he decided to furlough himself at work.
I mean, that's not a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. He's furthering his education. But now he's back, which is good. As far as I'm aware, Allie still works for us. I think that's it, though. I don't recognize almost anybody else. There's a couple of them whose names I don't recognize, but...
It happens. Does Jeremy still work there?
Oh yeah, Big Germ still works for us. He works like 3 days a week.
Yeah, 'cause I think he has another job.
I don't know.
He said he was like a lineman or something. I can't remember.
Maybe.
But I know every time I turn around, this man eating some food.
Big Germ do like his food. He
Oh,
got
I know.
addicted to my breakfast pizza.
And you made breakfast pizza?
I made a breakfast pizza. It
How?
uses egg instead of marinara sauce. And it's sausage, hamburger, and bacon with...
I used the liquid egg.
Yeah,
How'd you cook the liquid egg?
I just poured it on there and let it go through the oven.
I mean, that worked.
Yeah, I use it as the sauce, and it works out really well, so... But, yeah, and then mozzarella, and then I toss it through. And I use the, cauliflower and herbs gluten-free dough that Greg got me. That makes me happy.
Huh? Sorry. What'd you say?
I said I used the cauliflower gluten-free dough that Greg got me because it is delicious.
Oh, he specifically got it for you.
Yeah. Like, we have the regular disappointing...
I was trying to figure which one to freaking use, but they're all on top of the normal one, so I was like, I don't know what to do.
We're supposed to use the normal one for customers, but the staff can use the cauliflower and herbs gluten-free dough for us.
Well, no one told me that when I was there.
And now you know, and knowing's half the battle, G.I. Joe. The only time the customers are able to get the cauliflower and herbs gluten-free dough is if we run out of the regular shit.
That's obvious.
Oh yeah, and Cisco kind of messed up today. They crushed half of the pallet of strawberries, so almost all of it was useless. And then they ran out of slider buns, so they sent us a substitute, right? And you'd think the substitute would be more slider buns of a different kind, right?
Yeah.
Well, they sent us more buns, but they were bigger buns than the big burger buns we normally use. So they didn't send us any slider buns whatsoever.
So what'd y'all do?
Greg is gonna see if they can take back the wrong substitute and then substitute the correct substitute. He was gonna do that before I left, but he ended up getting a little busy. Oh, Nathan.
What's up?
You know how I used to run D&D out of Hobbytown, right?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know if you know this, but Hobbytown closes at 6. So I don't run D&D over there anymore. Instead, I run it at Gigabytes Cafe.
I've been to Gigabytes.
Hashtag not sponsored.
I prefer Gigabytes anyway, to be honest.
Well, the reason I mention this is because my players have been super grateful that I run D&D for them, and so they get me things every once in a while. The last time they got me something, it was a $50 racetrack gift card, which was super useful.
Huh.
Gas money? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. It got me a full tank of gas. But hey, that was a full tank of gas I didn't have to get myself, so I was pretty happy about that. But then I found out last session, you may remember, I own just about everything released for 5th edition. And one of the first things I got for 5th edition was the starter kit campaign, Lost Mines of Phandelver. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, that book is pretty well loved.
Yeah.
I've had that book for a very, very long time. And as it turns out, it's starting to fall apart.
Aw.
Well, my players, wanting to continue the module, but not wanting my book to actually fall apart, got together and ordered the essentials or the starter kit campaign for me as a replacement for my current one, so that I could run it without my current book falling to pieces on me.
Alright.
Which I thought was really, really nice of them.
Alright then.
Alright, I've got almost everybody to level 40. All I've got left is Magnus. And he's level 38, so he's almost there. And then I think after that, I'll just call this part of the stream. I'll grab some to eat, and then when I come back, I'll, I don't know, play something else. Maybe. Maybe Wizard 101 again. I've been having a lot of fun with that one. Maybe invite Matt Gulai 1 and or Antonius Nanum. By the way, I got Tony into Wizard 101.
Tony.
Yeah, I got Tony into Wizard 101 last night.
Do I know this Tony?
He's Antonius Nanum on this server.
Okay. I have no idea that.
Maybe. He hasn't been online in a very long time because he just didn't have a computer or a stable living arrangement.
Oh, that Tony.
Yeah, that Tony. Let's see. Is he on this server? I thought he was on the... Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Did you finally get living space?
And a fiance.
Oh, wow. Didn't expect that one.
Apparently nobody did, including him. But, I mean, hey, he does. He's happy. She makes him happy. I'm happy for him. Kind of would have been nice to be in the loop, but, you know, whatever. I'm not mad.
Tony the Tiger.
I changed his nickname on the server to That Tony. Oh, my little buddy. Hello. Oh, yeah, and he called Greg a dickhead.
What, Tony?
Yeah.
No, I mean, not surprised to get rehired or anything. No surprise he didn't get hired back.
Well, that's not why he didn't get hired back. It's because he and Greg don't get along.
No, I knew that, but also that didn't help.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Something for the viewers at home to keep in mind, this is still a Nuzlock. I'm just not really... I don't want to risk fighting something that has the potential to kill my guys, so... I'm not. I'm just gonna fight these guys until my guys are higher level, and then I guess I'll move on a little bit. Oh yeah, and they let... one thing I like about Polished Crystal is they gave Gyarados a physical flying move he can learn. You want to know what it is? Nathan?
What?
You want to know what the physical flying move they gave Gyarados?
What?
They let Gyarados actually learn Fly.
Oh. That wasn't a thing?
No.
Oh.
In fact, as far as I'm aware, even now he can't learn Fly.
Alright then.
He's a flying water type, but he gets like no flying moves. It's actually stupid. I hate it. Oh yeah, and in this version, for Alligators, Water Dark. Which I think is pretty neat. Bum bum bum. Boo-doo-doo-doo. More Tauros and Milk Tank, please. Those things are worth a lot of experience. Poor Sparky is starting to go senile. We've covered the vents in the house where he walks around, so we don't have to worry about him doing that. But now he just wanders around downstairs yowling at 5 in the morning.
Who's yelling?
Sporky.
Oh, Sparky.
Hmm? Gyarados just learned Crunch. I think they also gave Fly 100% accuracy in this game. I'll be able to check it in a moment. Yes, they did. It's 90 base power with 100 accuracy.
Yep.
We really do need to hang out again at some point.
Yes, we do.
Wednesdays are basically my only free day now.
Aw.
It's because I pick up 4 extra hours on Tuesdays just to help out.
I don't know if that will change when she gets back to work.
No.
Oof.
The reason I'm picking up the hours to help out isn't because she's gone, but because there's so much to do. Because in my case, I don't have just the line work to do. I've also got supervisor stuff to do. Computer work, paperwork, all this other stuff. So that's why I'm doing what I do. I don't think I'm gonna have enough PowerPoints to level up Magnus. Well, maybe. I got a lot of crunch left. Another person I haven't talked to in a while is Brian, or Zinok.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a long time. There goes Sparky yowling again. Come on, buddy, you're almost there. You're so close. But if I keep getting these Rattatas, I'm never gonna level up. Give me Raticates and Noctowls and shit. Where are they? Come on. Alright, there's Eradicate. That'll get me a little chunk of EXP.
Ooh, plate tectonics.
Play Tectonics?
Plate tectonics diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol.
Oh?
Never mind. It's dumb. Pretend that didn't happen.
Nah, I can't do it. Now I have to question it.
Question everything.
Hey, there we go. Level 40. Boom. Everybody but Frederick is level 40. So I'm gonna put Frederick up front. I'm gonna save here. Thank you guys for stopping by my little stream here. I know I didn't go for very long. Okay, so I went for like an hour and 20 minutes, but that's okay. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then when I come back, we'll probably do something else like Wizard 101 or Guild Wars or something. So I'll see you guys in a little while.
Take care.